back to my channel. It's me, Maggie. Today we're going to be creating candy cane liner. I've had this idea in my head, so I figured I'd just give it a try with whatever I had laying around in my drawers for a fun, festive look. Put in some bow clips I found in my vanity I forgot I had. I'm definitely going to wear these again. I feel like if I had space buns in, this would look really cute. I mean, it kind of blends into my hair, but they're still adorable. Per usual, blocking out the eyelids to create a nice clean canvas. To create the candy cane look, we're first going to go in with this eyeliner pen from Colourpop. It's their BFF liquid liner in the shade Graceland, which is a nice white. I did have to layer this up a little bit. It was still really opaque, but after I would let it dry, I would add more layers so it was a little less streaky. But either way, it is still a really good, decent white liner because I know they are hard to do. You could obviously set this down if you wanted to, but it does dry down itself. I feel like a white liner with like a really mega sparkly white snow look on the liner would be really pretty. If you wanted to do like a snow liner. Actual red lines, you could use a red lip liner, a red eyeliner pen. I'm sure there are some on the market. I'm sure Colourpop actually has some. Or just a red lipstick. I'm actually taking Rem Beauty's On Your Color liquid lipstick in the shade Meryl. I just know this one's transfer proof, but you could also use a tube one and just set it down with some shadow. But I wanted to be a little bit more precise, so I used a nail art brush that was really super skinny so I could etch on those lines. I will be transparent. I did each eye twice because I messed up the first time and I would take it off and then I'd get it right and then I'd go to the next eye and then I'd try again and I would mess up and then I'd have to redo it. So it does take some tinkering and patience to get it perfect, and even at the end of the day it's not perfect, but people are still going to look at your eyes and be super impressed that it looks like a candy cane. I feel like taking a liquid glitter would be really pretty over the red, especially if you have a red glitter liner or even a white one to add a little bit more sparkle to the liner. But I did keep it pretty just matte because I was afraid to mess it up because it took me so long. I was going to add a sparkly transparent like snow color on my lid to add more sparkle, but after this took me as long as it did, I decided against that. Guys, been having a good holiday season. I'm still not really in the Christmas mood per se. It's just so expensive and I still have not been able to find a full-time job, and I'm working part-time, so it's not like I don't have any income coming in, but it's just not the same, you know? Now that we sweat a lot doing that eyeliner, like no joke, I sweat so bad doing that. We have to do it on the other eye, and like I said, the first time I did it, didn't do it good, and I had to go back and do it again. Essentially, you could do this with any color. They do have so many different color candy canes now and different flavors, like the Jolly Rancher ones are really good. Or you could do this for like Halloween. Imagine like a Jack Skellington black and white liner with maybe like a little neon green under eye for Oogie Boogie. That would be really fun. But yeah, you could do any colors and it would be just like a fun stripy eyeliner. After I was as happy as I was going to be with it, I was just making sure that they looked even. I was pretty impressed by the white wings, like how precise they were. I did go back in with my little white pen and I tried to clean up a little bit of the marks that maybe got a little covered. It kind of worked, but sometimes it would get stuck in the red and stain it a little, but at the end of the day it did work enough to make me happy and just clean up those lines just a tiny bit. Usually I don't show my eyebrows because it's boring, but I have a fun brow gel that I thought would be cute for this look. I just filled them in a little bit in the front like normal, just to add a little bit more shape at the front there where it's a little sparse. And then we're taking this Profusion glitter brow gel that I've had for a little bit now. I feel like you could essentially make this with your own brow gel if you want to recreate this look. I would just put your brows on like normal, put your brow gel on, and then just tap some glitter eyeshadow that you have in your collection over your brows, and that would create a really nice glitter brow look. Just is nice and fun and subtle. It's nothing crazy, but this brow gel is really good, honestly. It has a great hold, so I'm curious to see if they have other brow gels in their line, because if you're wanting to pick one up, this one is nice because it doesn't have like a weird white crunchiness to it. We are going to put some mascara on. It's just the Maybelline Colossal Mascara. This was like the first mascara I ever got. It was given to me for my birthday. I want to say when I was like, ooh, I don't know. I was young. It was from my friend Cody for my birthday because my mom wouldn't let me have makeup, so she got me makeup for my birthday. And we're taking the same Kiss Lash Strip You Do You lashes just because they're my favorite, and I think they look like a Whoville character would be wearing these, like Cindy Lou Who. We're taking this glitter liner that is a My Little Pony collab that I got at Marshall's, and it's just a nice kind of gold silver, and we are just going to be placing it in the inner corner just to add a little bit more sparkle. And as you can tell on my brow bone, I had done 3 dots. I ended up taking those off, and then I just lined my brow bone like where you would put highlighter with glitter liner instead. I feel like the dots were cute now that I'm watching back this footage, but at least you can still see both options. It's like giving my brow bone Christmas lights. I think this is fun. I've seen people do this, or they'll take whatever eyeshadow they're wanting to do on like maybe the crease, and they'll put it in their brow bone instead, and it's like a fun different look. I kind of want to try that in a video sometime. But there is the eye look almost done. We do a lower mascara that's like a fun color later. We're taking our sunscreen per usual. I know it's winter, but you can still get sun damage in winter. The sun is just as bright sometimes, and we want to protect that skin. And I like this one because it doesn't have a white cast, and it's super juicy and moisturizing, and it also goes really well under makeup. We'll be adding the L'Oreal Paris Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. It looks like liquid unicorn tears or something from Harry Potter, or was it unicorn blood? I think it was unicorn blood. This was like the first glowy primer I ever saw in the drugstore market, and I picked it up again because I forgot how good it is. Just nice, light, and glowy without looking glittery on the skin. And we're taking the e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. I hadn't used this in a while, and I wanted to try to do an almost all drugstore makeup tutorial for this, and it's a good foundation, I think. Even with the dry air we've been experiencing, I still get really dry on my nose, so foundation didn't look great on it today, but I did fix it with my Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer. It's super hydrating, and I feel like it added more coverage but helped with the dryness on my nose. It just always is dry, especially in the winter. I need to be better about using like face oils during the night and day. Powder, it has been dry, like I said, so I wanted to do a powder that has a little bit more luminous vibes to it. So I took the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder in the shade Light, and it has like a pearl in it, so it looks a little bit more lit within powder, where it doesn't look super dry and matte. It has a nice glow to it. I feel like this is a dupe or something. I'm not sure, but I've had it for a while and I really like it. It doesn't look like highlighter on your face if you were worried about that, and it also doesn't look like glitter. It just adds a nice soft glow to the face. Add a little bit more warmth to the face. We're taking the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer in the shade 200 Fair, so I think that's the lightest one. It was a little too warm for the nose, I will say that. I prefer the Lumi one that I used in my last video compared to this, but it is a good alternative. Blush, we're taking a nice baked blush from Essence, the Pure Nude Baked Blushes, and this is the shade Berry Cheeks. It really gives that you've been outside and the winter wind is like making your cheeks all cold and pink, but it has a nice like berry undertone, and I just like how it adds life to the cheeks. And I love to put it on my nose too. Just adds to the contour and helps with like the little button nose effect that I try to do. And for highlighter, we did take 2, a Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter. It feels like the ColourPop formula, so if you have one of those, you could use that instead. And then I also used the Hollow Beam highlighter from Profusion in the shade Aurora, which has a nice like purple opalness to it. I just thought it would look pretty. And go with that berry blush a little bit. I tried to put it on the fronts of my cheeks too, so it kind of made the blush glow a little bit. The first one right here is the Mega Glow one. It's nice and creamy, so I put it on with my finger. And it ties really well with all of the like glitters going on with the face. And I took the Aurora one on a tiny little brush and I just danced it on the cheeks. I was trying to like focus it more on the fronts of my cheeks, but I ended up just putting it everywhere. I just love doing this with blushes, especially if it has like a purple hue to it. I just feel like it makes the blush look kind of like the Rare Beauty ones, and it has that like really juicy glow to them. Especially Cheer. I feel like Cheer has like a bit of a lilac shift to it, in my opinion, or at least on my skin tone. We're taking a Rimmel lip liner in the shade 21 Red Dynamite. Just a nice lip liner from the drugstore, and it's a nice blue based red, I would say. It went really well with the eyeliner on my eyes. I feel like I could have just used the liquid lip as my lip too to be more corresponding, but I wanted to keep it more drugstore like I said. And we're taking the Revlon Colorstay Suede ink in Lip Bloom, which is a nice blue based red lipstick and super transfer proof. And we're taking that e.l.f. Cream Glide lip liner in Dark Cocoa and adding a lot of dimension to it. I feel like I should have started with this to do my ombre lip, but we got there in the end and it still worked. Take a little makeup brush to blend the lips in. I just used more lipstick and it worked. But there is the lip. I feel like whatever highlighter I had on my face fell onto my lips and it looked really pretty. And there is the completed look. But we're not done yet. I lied. I forgot that I put a green mascara from e.l.f. It's the Big Mood mascara on my lower lash line because it's a nice forest green. It's super pretty. I kind of want to take this pink primer I have, that's a pink mascara primer, put that on and then put this on just because my lashes are a little dark. You could obviously see the green, but I feel like doing that would make them even more green and make the color stand out a little bit more. But I just thought this was a subtle way to put a little green in the makeup look. And maybe I'm delusional, but I feel like the outer edge of my eyeball has a little green in it. Like the outline of a circle. It looks like it's a green brown. I don't know. I think I'm delusional, but maybe you can tell me in the comments if it looks a little green to you. But there is my very festive candy cane makeup look. I hope you enjoyed it. I have some more looks coming up before Christmas hits. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below maybe a look that you would like me to do. Bye!